And we're back with the Grapevine, one of the best talk shows that you're going to find in this area. And we're going to be talking about some other different topics. But right now, where we're at, we're talking about employment. You know, we're talking about the different skills that you'll have to acquire in order to land the big jobs. Guys, I'm just curious, where do you go and how do you to get these skills, and where do you how do you apply for these jobs once you acquire the skills? Can you let our viewers know how we do these different type of things so they can have a thumbs up on what they're doing?
Well, number one, you had mentioned skills, and you have to research the industry you're looking to get into and know who to look for in the place where you're looking to be employed. And I find it wise to introduce yourself. Go in, my name is Damon, I'm looking for employment with you, and I filled out an application online. I just wanted to let you know who I am and create a knowledge base for you, and I will be following up with you. Thank you very much. You get a name, you introduce yourself, you leave them with a knowledge of who you are, so when they see your resume or when they see your application online, they'll say, oh, that was the gentleman who came in and spoke with me, and he presented himself very well. That might set me apart from somebody who just applies online and says, oh, I applied online.
But see, you mentioned something important because you said resume, because many times a resume is going to be the first thing they see, and sometimes you can sell yourself short, and then again, you can oversell yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's where it comes into play, where you're saying, do your research. Because if you know what it is that these companies or these institutions are looking for, then you're able to go out and do the research and come back and tailor yourself or your resume to give them a biographical sketch of yourself to make them say, you know what, based off of what I see in writing right here, I want this guy or girl in front of me so that I can ask the pertinent questions to decide whether or not we need to bring them in or whether or not to leave them out.
Do you think that cover letter is important? Is a cover letter important?
A cover letter is very important because you have to introduce yourself. And if you don't introduce yourself with a cover letter and you just show them a resume, then they really don't know too much about you. And your resume, like you said, could let you down. You put in too much, that's way too much information. I'm not going to look at a 3-page resume.
Right.
It's going in file 13.
Right.
Or there's not enough information on there, doesn't give enough information about what your goals are, which your cover letter will say, this is the position I'm interested in, and this is what my goals are, this is a little about what I'm bringing to the table. Then your resume may sell you a little too short. So it's important to have a cover letter, the resume, a copy of references ready to be handed to the interviewer. So all these things are extremely important. Is it important to have a resume for a job as a fast food cook?
Well, I think it would be important to have a resume. You said a resume.
A resume.
A resume for a fast.
Would you go into Tom's Big Burger with a resume?
Yes.
Well, this day and age, the answer is probably no. You probably wouldn't go into a fast food chain with a resume because the procedure nowadays is technology. You're going to have to fill it out, and that's going to have to go through an online database. Then it's going to drop back down to the desk of whoever it is that's going to do the hiring. But to go in with one on a thumb drive or something of that nature, yeah, it would probably be a good idea, because you may have an opportunity based off of your timely appearance to get that job that someone else that's dropping it down the pipe online may not be afforded the same opportunity as you got.
But I go into a restaurant and I have my resume on a thumb drive. I hand it to the manager and we look at my qualifications. Well, from what I see, it doesn't look like you're really should be here at the fry station. You're a little overqualified, so I don't believe we're going to be using you.
Well, then that's when you plead your case. I mean, you let the supervisor know that, hey, I'm in need of a job, and you'll let him know about your work ethics because you have him there in front of you. That's when you sell yourself. Your resume just got you in the door. Now you're here, and now you do what you have to do to get the job.
Yeah.
And in saying that, let's fry our way out of here because we have some sponsors to pay right now. We got some bills to pay, so we'll be right back.